Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Get Wrecked, Bro. I'm here with our special guest today, Mischief. How you
How's it
doing, bro?
going?
Everything's
Doing
good,
good,
man.
homie.
Finally
Thank you for
got you
having me.
on, man. Finally.
Yeah, finally. I know it's been a while. Sorry about that.
Nah, you're good, man. Highly anticipated interview right here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty popular around these parts. What can I say? Nah,
Nah, just to start out, how's everything, man?
everything's going really well. I was telling you the other day about how work's going really well for me now. I'm starting to really enjoy my job. But otherwise, just been busy, super busy, and yeah. Otherwise, everything's good. I'm feeling good, looking good. You know.
That's all you need, man. Playing good, looking good. That's all you need.
Hell yeah.
As we saw last week, but we'll get to that. So, starting out with the questions. When did you first start competitive Call of Duty?
Uh, Oof. I mean, my first competitive LAN was COD 4 when I was like 13. So that was like the first time I ever played competitively when game battles used to be MLG.com and all that kind of stuff. Um, but other than that, like I took like a long break and stopped playing like Call of Duty in general until I want to say around like World War II, and I was cracked at it. Um, I wound up like top 400 like on the leaderboards,
Oh
and
wow,
I basically got back into competitive like around that time because I was almost done with college and I could put more time into it, and I was still pretty good at the time. So
that's wow. Top 400 is pretty good, man. You got a
yeah, I mean it
legend
was
here.
okay. Had a lot of time on my hands though, a lot of time. It was my senior year in college, and basically it's all I did besides go to class. So.
Okay. Next question. How did you find the CRL?
So I mean, I was bouncing around from like different Twitter org teams and different Discord teams, and uh, yeah, I was just meeting a whole bunch of people, and then I hopped into a ranked game in Cold War, and I was talking to this guy, and I wish I could remember his username, but he's like, "Yo, you should like check out this league. I know you've been trying to like get on a team or like kind of make up a team and join like an actual competitive league." So check this one out. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of like a beer league, and I love beer. So yeah, I hit up a few people. I made a team, and I joined it. And so far, it's been pretty dope. I don't really have too much to complain about.
um, Next question. What in your point of view, in your opinion, what was your best Call of Duty game? Like, which one were you best at?
Definitely not Cold War. I, Honestly, I would say World War II was like I would eat and sleep that game. I just wish I played competitively because I think I'd probably have a little more earnings and a little more connections. But I would say like so far Vanguard's going pretty well for me and I'm enjoying it. So I would say between World War II or Vanguard is like my best Call of Duty.
um, Kind of similar games, no? Or I wasn't really into World
Yeah,
at World. I mean World War II that much.
I
So
mean, I'm 25. I just hated the jetpack games. I was not a fan. I couldn't stand them. I never got into them. So, like Infinite Warfare and all those, I could not stand them. I was
that's
alright at them,
understandable.
but yeah,
So we're already, I think, week 4, week 5. Um, Talk to me about your roster going into the season. How was it formed, and who are well, we know your teammates, but if you wanna, enlighten us a
yeah. I
little more.
mean, it's been pretty
Because
interesting.
me personally, not to cut you off, me personally, when I saw you and Floofy team up, I was not expecting. That was like the last duo I ever thought would like team up,
Oh,
but I
dude, you
was
and me
like, man,
both.
that shit, it works,
Uh,
man, it works.
no, like it was weird. I was thinking about there was a question that was asked on this pod that was like who's like someone you would never team with, and I'm like, oh, Floof, like, like 100% I'd never team with this guy. um but after like I think it was last season we made it to finals and lost. Not many people were like too crazy about teaming with me, just because it was like I was focusing on work, and when you have like four finals and no rings, it doesn't really look great. So Floofy hit me up, and I'm like, you know what? This is going to be talked about a lot, and who knows? Like, we might make a great team. So right now the roster is me, Floofy, uh, Zai, Mills, Shoku, and Cage, and I think Vinny is also on there. Um, and I mean, it's been a rough start. I'll tell you that. I think we're 1-2. Got our first win on stream the other day, which thanks for showing up and
Yeah, that one was
and
big, man.
supporting. Oh,
That
dude,
was a fun game to watch.
I was on another level. Like, I
Yeah,
had
you
two
were.
cups of coffee. I was not in the mood to lose. Like,
You were cracked. I'm not
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
lie.
I appreciate it. I was, yeah. I kind of blacked out that whole match. I was just like playing pure instinct. Um, but yeah, the roster is pretty cool. Like, in terms of like vibes and um, all that kind of stuff, like personalities. It's really not that bad. It's not like we're going off on each other or anything like that. It's just kind of struggling to find footing here and there. But I think we're starting to pick up a bit, especially with like Mills on the roster now. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, the guy.
that was a big
The,
pickup.
yeah, I was in shock when we picked up Mills. He's just a very fundamentally sound player, and someone I could definitely kind of like learn from going forward on this team. So I
Funny,
was very excited to have him.
funny enough, Mills's team is the one that beat both of us in Cold War, both of our teams.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
funny how things turn around.
The first thing I said to Mills when he came to the team was, "Yo, I kind of want my ring back. You kind of you stole it from me in finals." And this dude joins the call, and I shit you not, he pulls up his stream, like shares his screen, and goes, "Yo, look at the video I found." And he pulls up the finals against
Oh
my
my
original Seattle
god.
Sloths team, and basically you have everybody on our team watching just my team get destroyed. And I was like, all right, you know what? You can have that ring. I'll get it next time. But
Now
yeah,
look,
no, they
now
tried.
look, now he's on your team. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. If you can't beat them, recruit
Yep.
them.
Next question. I know you've seen the new names like the Diamond Team names or
Yeah.
you know how there's Denver Surrender.
Hmm.
Um, what team name would you add to the CRL if you could?
Ooh.
Or if you could do, you don't have to bring up a whole new team name. Just what city or if you could do a state or something.
I don't know. I think I'd want to go like completely and utterly like out of the box. So I'd pick the most random state, like that just flies under the radar. So I'd probably go with like what's I'm trying to think
Like
like South,
Mississippi or
yeah,
something.
like South Dakota centipedes or some shit like that. Like, I don't know. Or like if I was taking it a little seriously, I'd be like, all right, like let's go with like Brooklyn Brawlers or something like that,
I
just
like
to kind
that.
of
I
keep
like
it close
that.
to home. But otherwise, I think like North South Dakota butterflies or something like that would just be hysterical.
Just something off the rails. Yeah, I
Oh
feel
yeah,
you.
oh yeah.
Um, what other games would you like to see the Rec League introduce?
Minecraft. No. I don't know. I mean, all the other games besides Call of Duty that I play are like straight up nerdy RPGs, like Baldur's Gate and like Skyrim Oblivion, ESO. So like I don't know. I really don't know. I think they have it covered with Call of Duty and Halo. Um, yeah, I don't have an answer for that question because I'm not like an Apex or Valorant player. Those games don't really interest me.
No,
Uh,
you're
so
good. You're
I
good.
got I got nothing.
You're good. So now's where we get to like the spicier questions.
All right, good. Let's do it.
So who was the easiest kill ever on the map for you?
I mean, like it's like I hate repeating people's answers, but I want to say easily like Palm and Ransom or Yes Lad or whatever his name is. Oh, and I would say Derek or Xylo or
Oh,
Xylophone,
okay,
whatever he
yeah.
goes by now. Yeah, like just easy kills, and when their names kind of pop up on the map, I know my KD is gonna just skyrocket. So, um, no disrespect to them, it's just kind of like a mental thing.
Nah,
So
you're
yeah, it just easier kills for me at least.
so on the opposite side, who's your greatest opponent? Like who was the toughest guy you ever played? Guy or girl?
Um, there's a bunch. I mean, I always like playing against Cover because we play like so similarly. So like every time I get like a kill on him, I definitely feel like a boost of adrenaline and kind of feel good about myself every time I kill him. Um, but I don't know. I also played Kai recently, and he was definitely tough to beat. Um, but I guess like hardest person to go up against, I would say like if I'm like scrimming or anything like that, I'd say like probably along the lines of like Fallen or Cover. Because me and Cover, it's like comparing like a Mustang to a Camaro. Like we play so similar, and I would say the only difference is like he plays more fundamental, whereas I play more instinct. So like I can make a really good play or a really bad play, whereas he is just kind of consistent. So yeah, I'll go with Cover.
I like that answer. Um, who's someone in the CRL who doesn't belong in their division? It
Oh
could
my
be,
god! Like,
it could be a bronze person that really should be gold, or somebody
well,
high up that should be lower.
I mean, there's this guy Mischief. I think he should be diamond, but uh, I
Hey,
mean,
soon,
again,
soon.
like another copied answer. Like it's Ransom or Yes Lad. I mean, dude definitely belongs in silver. Should not be in plat, gold, or yeah. Um, but I mean, if you want to put yourself in a higher league or a higher division by picking up better teammates, then I mean, you can't get mad when you cost your team. Like that's on you. So
I feel
that's
that. I
my answer for
feel
that.
that. Toughest team of four you ever faced. It could be in a match, a scrim, just toughest overall team you played.
Um, I mean, I'll definitely go with the finals of the first season I was in the CRL against like Mills, Leroy. They were just they were on a different level. Like we could just not gun them and outplay them. And I mean, playing with Mills, I can see why. Um, but I mean, otherwise, I want to say like playing against Vibes, Triple, um, and there was a third person that just kind of like caught me off guard too. Well, you were on
Yeah, I
my team.
remember.
That
Oh, I
yeah,
remember.
that team just caught me so off guard. I thought it was like,
We,
dude, all
we,
right, we're getting our rings. Like this
yeah,
is
we
gonna be an
really thought
easy
we
three
had that
zero.
in the bag, but
And then I don't know, man. Like I don't know what Vibes had for breakfast. I don't know what his pregame regiment was, but he was just
yeah,
I don't know, man. Like kudos to that team.
yeah, I
Um,
remember.
but I'd say one of those two teams, for sure. And I mean both were in the finals, so they definitely showed out and took rings from me. So
You get yours. You get yours.
eventually,
Um,
yeah.
are there any teams or players you're looking forward to facing this season?
Um, well, I mean tonight we're going against Triple and Rat, so I mean
Oh, I gotta see
I
that.
am I like I said, I already got my coffee out. I'm gonna start shooting bots right after this, so I'm gonna be beaming them pretty badly. And then I definitely like there's so many teams that like now that I've talked to like a lot of different players, I'm like excited to go against. So like in gold mixed, I really badly want to go against Fallen and Fooly Cooley.
Okay.
I am going to dominate that game too. And then I get to play my teammate in mix as well, Zai, and I'm excited for that game. So,
Do you guys don't play Crazy Care Bears team, right?
nah, I think they're in gold north, and we're in gold south.
What about Adcot?
Again, I'm pretty sure they're in pool A right now,
Oh,
or
so you wouldn't play them.
yeah. So I
Maybe
mean
in the
that's better for
playoffs.
me. Those are definitely two teams I don't really want to see.
It would have been definitely been fun to watch though.
Oh yeah, I mean especially since Crazy Care Bear. Well, I think it was what Silver Season when he beat Floofy. That would have been
Oh yeah.
a huge rivalry.
If you own the CRL, what is one thing you would implement or one thing you would take away?
Um, Implement. I mean, a lot of people who have been on the podcast have like some really good answers, and I'm trying not to copy them. I guess in terms of like implement, I would kind of be more. I would be like I would force more mutual hosts because I've seen just so many teams get screwed over in terms of host, whereas like sometimes the margin isn't big. But from my own experience, we had a finals and the other team wasn't forced to use a mutual host, and basically we had to play a finals on 120 ping.
Oh yeah, that was last
So
season, right?
yeah, so a New Yorker playing on a California host is not ideal, and I think it's extremely unfair but easily fixable. So I would definitely be harder with that. If a team requests like a mutual host or like a get good mutual host, I definitely think it should be forced on a team. Otherwise, I would say like I would like to see temporary bans also implemented because I mean, in terms of like, if you're cheating at the game, then you can like kick rocks and eat dirt for all I care. Like, screw you. But some people have been kind of like kicked out of the league for less stuff that I think should be relooked at, you know. Um, so I would implement like a temporary ban, or at least look at some people that have been banned and kind of like maybe revoke the permanent side of it, if that makes any
No,
sense.
I like those are two good
Uh,
answers I never heard before, so I like it.
so those are the two main things, and then I wouldn't really take anything away. I think they're doing a great job, especially for like I mean, I've seen so much improvement from where I was in Cold War with the league and how it worked to like now. Um, I guess also I'd say I would like to see a little more work put into the lower divisions rather than Diamond. I know like Diamond is like their star child, but I mean we need some love in like Platinum, Gold, Silver.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely, definitely.
Um, and I mean, like, I would say, like, I don't know, have like a podcast or something and have players on, but you got that covered. There's a bunch
May,
of stuff, but again,
I heard Brandy might be doing something, so shout out Brandy, maybe.
I heard that as well. I saw that, so
Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna keep an eye out.
yeah, that's hype.
Uh, so otherwise, like, I think so far everything has been covered, but I would say forcing a mutual host, maybe relook at who was banned, and maybe think about kind of revoking permanent bans and maybe just limiting it to like a couple of seasons. So yeah, that's basically it.
So we're getting to the end here. Last but not least, let's get to know the man behind the controller. Tell the fans about yourself,
I have fans now. um,
especially after last week.
oh yeah, I mean, my name is Johnny. I'm 25. I live in New York. Um, on weekdays, usually I'm just working. I have a great job. Um, Afterwards, sometimes I'll work out maybe 3, 4 times a week, more like two. Um, And I mean, besides that, like I don't stream as much anymore because of work, but I love streaming or playing like RPGs, like Skyrim, Oblivion. I play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm a huge nerd.
Oh my
I
god.
could talk to anybody about like anything nerdy. Uh, so yeah, I mean that's more about me, and I love coffee and beer. Like those are my two drinks of choice. Not together, but like depends on the
Uh,
day.
what's your beer of choice?
Oh, that's a good question. All right.
This off Call of Duty topic right now.
I'm like easing into IPAs, but I would say like I love Shock Top, man. I love that. Uh, Shock Top's like a classic for me. Uh, and I mean, call me basic, but Corona's like a good like bar beer. If I don't want to spend too much money and I kind of want to have like a decent tasting beer, I usually go with Corona.
That's
But I definitely
solid
recommend
choice.
to anybody over 21 in the league, check out Shock Top or Blue Moon. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, that's my go-to, Blue Moon.
Dude, it's so good.
uh, so where can everyone find you? You could, shout out your Twitch, your IG, your Twitter,
Um,
whatever you want to shout out.
yeah, I don't really use much social media anymore, but if you want to find me on Twitter, I'm X Mischief, XMISCHIIEF. Same thing with Twitch. I'm trying to get back into it. I might stream on weekends or like late on weekdays, depending on how early I have to wake up. That is also X Mischief. Uh, so those are like my two main things. So to stay updated on like my life and what I'm doing competitively, Twitter is usually the go-to.
And you'll be seeing us both at the major, right? Coming soon,
Hell yeah,
hopefully.
yeah, dude! I'm super excited. I'm
Yeah,
seeing a
man.
bunch of New York homies from the CRL league like
Yeah,
at
I
the
can't
major.
wait.
I think it's gonna be a time.
I can't wait. So that's
It's
it for
gonna be
this
great.
episode. You see us at the major, hopefully, and see you in the next episode. Thank you, brother.
Thank